The May primary is less than 1 month away. Early voting actually begins tomorrow. Besides some key races, you will also be voting on two important items if you live in Guilford County: the Guilford County Schools bond referendum and a sales tax increase. Now, to equip you with the information that you need to know, we have two guests here with us today. Michelle Reed is the Chief Operating Officer of GCS, and Mike Ritchie is the Executive Director of Emergency Management with the district. They're talking about the bond referendum and how it'll improve the safety and technology in our schools. You could text them your questions. The number is 336-379-5775. I think when we first talk about a bond referendum, we think about how it will fix and repair and rebuild schools, but technology and safety within those schools are actually a really big part of this too. Mike, can you first talk about the importance of this bond when it comes to safety?
Certainly. So as many of y'all know, our schools are fairly old. And so what we're trying to do is make sure that we have the most up-to-date technology throughout the district. And so this responds to cameras, to site signage, digital locks, and the ability for us to really take care of things in an emergency in the most effective way and the most technologically savvy way, because things change daily, as you're well aware in this field. And so this will give us the freedom to make sure that we have the most current, up-to-date safety to be the leader in safety in the state. That's our goal.
Michelle, outside of the safety aspect of technology, are there any other technology aspects here that will improve if this bond is passed?
Absolutely. So our current schools are not fully set up and capable to receive the 21st century technology capabilities that we see changing daily as new infrastructure, new capabilities are thought of by our new leaders in the field that we're growing out of our schools. So we really want to upgrade our facilities to receive new servers, routers, digital devices, new cabling, wireless access points, and quite frankly, district-wide communications to make sure that we are supporting both what we know today to be our technology needs, but also growing our capacity to receive any new infrastructure and technology goals that we have in the future.
I'm glad you said that, Michelle, because it seems, technology is advancing so quickly. You only get one of these bond referendums every, so many years. So how is it that you prepare for what is to come?
Absolutely. So we look to make sure that we're looking today, we're leaning on all of our partner districts and across the country to really think about what innovations they're putting in their schools that we have not even touched or tapped today. And then we're also looking to higher ed and other industry leaders and partners to see what innovations they're putting in their facilities as well. Then from there, we're looking at building capacity because we know that we're not going to be static. We know we're going to need something that is not even thought of today. So we're really making sure that we build our capacity with our Wi-Fi. You may have seen we just actually upgraded our Wi-Fi, or actually in the process, to 10 gigs for our district. That's just one of the things that we can do to help support where we are today, but knowing that we need more infrastructure and more needs for technology for things that are not even existent. So we're really looking to build our capacity for those future things.
And it really sounds like this is district-wide when it comes to technology. I want to show you a brief look at how the district says each school will benefit here. So among the highlights, families can expect more cameras, both inside and outside, phones and intercom systems campus-wide, including in classrooms. Then you've got digital locks for interior and exterior doors and more support from first responders. I want to touch on a couple of those. So we talked about the digital locks. Mike, can you explain how digital locks work?
So yes, everyone's kind of familiar with the locks and the RFID lock, which is that ID card that you swipe right as you're getting ready to go to the door. And so the idea is that we'll be able to do that at every school, every institution within Guilford County, and eventually be able to have the students be able to go between class from building to building. Because one of the safety standards we do is we keep our buildings locked throughout the day. And so this will give the students the ability, when sent from one class to another, they'll be able to go in and make their way through eventually as well. So that's one of the big keys, is we will also always know who is in the school and where they are. And I don't mean in a big brother capacity, I mean an ability to be able to tell you in an emergency, we know that these 15 people are in this location so we can get them the help they need, whether that's a weather emergency or any other type of event. So that's the importance of that digital lock system and what it will do for us in the future.
Michelle, one of the things that kind of caught my eye on that graph that was sent to us from Guilford County Schools was the ability to get more support from first responders. Can you explain how that would work?
Yeah, so Mike, being our emergency management guru here, he is well aware, and so do all of our schools, that we really need to bulk up our ability to be respondent in an emergency. That starts with our communication across the district and making sure that we have the ability to have the wireless access points on our campuses, both internal but also external, and also the safety and security radio dispatch and other mechanisms to really make sure that we're communicating not just at one point, but also across, so that everyone is aware of it. If we do have an emergency, that we can communicate both internal, but also partnering with our police and fire to make sure that there's a cross-functional communication plan for our district.
All right, Michelle and Mike, one segment down, one more to go. Thank you for being here. If you've got questions, feel free to text them, and we will be right back.